know the foot in the door technique is a psychological strategy used to get someone to agree to a larger request by first getting them to agree to a smaller one. Think of it as opening a door just a little bit to get your foot inside. Once the foot is in, it becomes easier to push the door open wider. Why does the foot in the door technique work? Commitment and consistency. People like to be seen as consistent in their behavior. Once they say yes to a small request, they are more likely to say yes to a larger request because they want to act consistently with their previous decision. Building trust and comfort. When someone agrees to a small request, they start to feel comfortable with the person making the request. This trust makes them more open to agreeing to a bigger request later. Self-perception change. After agreeing to a small request, people might start seeing themselves as helpful or cooperative. This change in self-perception makes them more likely to comply with bigger requests in the future. Examples of the foot in the door technique. Charity donations. A charity worker asks you to sign a petition to support a cause, a small request. Later, they ask you to donate money to the cause, a larger request. Since you already agreed to the first request, you're more likely to feel obligated to comply with the second. Sales tactics. A salesperson offers you a free sample of a product, a small request. After you accept it, they then try to sell you the full-sized product, a larger request. Because you've already accepted the sample, you might feel more inclined to make a purchase. Volunteering. A friend asks if you could help them for a few minutes with organizing a small event, a small request. After you agree and help out, they ask if you could volunteer to help at the event for several hours, a larger request. Since you've already started helping, you're more likely to continue. Political campaigns. A campaign worker asks if you could put a small sticker supporting a candidate on your car, a small request. Later, they ask if you could put a large sign in your yard, a larger request. Since you've already shown support in a small way, you might feel more compelled to show greater support. Digital marketing. A website asks you to sign up for a free newsletter, a small request. Once you've signed up, they send you emails asking you to purchase a subscription or buy products, a larger request. Since you've already shown interest by signing up, you're more likely to consider making a purchase. The foot in the door technique works because it relies on our desire to be consistent, builds trust, and can subtly change how we see ourselves. Understanding this technique helps us recognize when it's being used on us and allows us to use it wisely in our own interactions.